Look at your desk right now. Is your cluttered workspace actually killing your focus and, frankly, quietly draining your bank account? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tossing out that whole luxury lifestyle aesthetic. We are focusing strictly on what actually matters, your output. You really don't need a massive financial investment to build a professional-grade environment. What you actually need is a zero-fluff blueprint. We're going to engineer a high-efficiency home office using smart, affordable hardware that literally outperforms setups 5 times its price. Let's get straight into it.
Because honestly, a chaotic, expensive setup isn't just overwhelming, it's a massive liability to your attention span. Conversely, a clean, modular workspace proves a slightly contrarian premise. Aesthetics simply do not matter. Productivity is literally the only metric we care about here. Building a zero-clutter, high-focus environment takes strategic planning. It doesn't take a blank check.
To get there, we're following a highly structured 5-step blueprint: the core performance framework, tactile hardware selection, modular acoustic engineering, light and cable systems, and an intentional workflow audit.
Chapter 1. Core Performance Framework. Function over Form.
Look, the 2026 productivity meta has shifted. Those flashy RGB gaming desks and excessive ambient lighting setups, they're out. They're just visual distractions masking as high-end gear. Deep work functionalism requires an environment that doesn't demand your visual attention at all. Minimal, functional desks are the new standard, and stripping away the excess isn't just cheaper, it is functionally superior for maintaining deep focus over the long haul.
Let's break down the actual cost. A boutique desk can easily run you well over $1,200, but a highly capable, reinforced, refurbished alternative? That sits right between $150 and $250. They hold the exact same hardware, but one leaves you with $1,000 extra in the bank.
It really just comes down to the cost-to-output ratio. High-cost designer brands offer severe diminishing returns because you're essentially just paying an aesthetics premium. A smart investment means sourcing rust-proof builds with the exact same functionality. Remember, our baseline metric for success in this guide isn't visual appeal. It's cognitive load reduction. If an expensive desk doesn't reduce your cognitive load more than a cheap one, well, it fails the test. Chapter 2. Tactile Hardware Selection. Ergonomics over Aesthetics.
We are selecting our physical touchpoints based entirely on haptics and ergonomics. We are completely ignoring expensive brand names. Your chair is a tool, it's not a throne. A 2026 grade refurbished ergonomic chair gives you an adjustable headrest, a breathable mesh back, adjustable lumbar support, 3D armrests, and adjustable seat depth. These are luxury-level features that prevent physical fatigue. But by buying refurbished, you get the whole shebang without the absurd premium price tag of a brand new model.
Next up is your keyboard. You absolutely must choose mechanical peripherals based on haptic feedback and latency. When you're in an intense, long-haul focus session, every single keystroke counts. Tactile mechanical switches give you physical confirmation of a key press, which significantly minimizes typing fatigue and reduces errors. It's really not about how the keyboard looks, it's about how it feels under prolonged stress.
Now, here's one of the biggest myths we need to dismantle right now: the motorized standing desk. They're expensive, they're complicated, and honestly, they're prone to breaking. The superior alternative? Pair a sturdy, fixed-height desk with an affordable, active sitting stool. This setup maintains your posture, forces core engagement to keep your energy up, and saves you hundreds of dollars. It's a highly effective, flexible alternative to the motorized desk myth.
Chapter 3. Modular Acoustic Engineering. Controlling the auditory environment cheaply. We are treating sound control as a critical modular engineering task, not just some luxury afterthought. Auditory friction destroys your focus just as fast as physical discomfort does. But you don't need professional studio pricing to fix this. Highly affordable, recycled felt panels act as a sensory deprivation zone to kill background noise and echo. Positioning these strategically near your workspace instantly improves your focus and, as a bonus, dramatically upgrades your voice clarity for remote calls.
The compound benefits here are massive. Moving from bulky physical dividers to intelligent acoustic zoning means less visual noise, and that leads directly to better focus, more mental clarity, and higher productivity. But most importantly, stepping into this acoustically deadened zone acts as a powerful psychological signal to your brain. It's a physical trigger that instantly initiates your deep focus mode.
Chapter 4. Light and Cable Systems. Managing Visual Friction.
If sound is auditory friction, clutter is visual friction.
Cable chaos translates directly into mental chaos. You simply cannot do high-level structured work in an unstructured environment. The fix is a clean under-desk layout. Zero visual clutter equals maximum mental focus.
To achieve this, you're going to implement a zero visibility cable management protocol. It's a strict 4-step process. First, bundle the cables. Second, route them tightly along the desk frame. Third, secure them with industrial-grade reusable ties. And fourth, hide them entirely from your field of view. And please do not use cheap plastic zip ties that you have to cut later. Use reusable Velcro or fabric ties so the system remains modular and adaptable.
Let's bust the smart home myth while we're at it. Complex smart apps introduce more steps, more distractions, and unnecessary complexity. The second you pick up your phone to adjust a light, you risk falling straight into a notification trap. The superior workstation solution relies on tactile, physical light switches. One touch, instant control, zero digital distraction. Control your environment, not your apps. Keep it brilliantly simple.
Chapter 5. Intentional Workflow Audit. Operational Rules for the System.
Building the workspace is only half the battle. You need strict operational rules to keep this newly engineered system running efficiently. So I demand you run a workspace stress test today. Every single item in your workspace must earn its spot. If an object doesn't serve a strict, task-oriented purpose for the work you're doing right now, it gets removed. A pen you don't use, a notebook from a finished project, yesterday's coffee cup, these are unauthorized items taking up your premium mental real estate. Be ruthless about it.
To maintain this, you've got to institute a non-negotiable 60-second reset ritual at the end of every single work session. Clear the surface, push in the chair, and wipe the slate clean. It's a small physical ritual, but it has a massive compound impact. It creates a definitive end to your workday and physically preps the space and your mind for high-velocity execution the moment you sit down the next morning.
All right, let's look at the final math. This budget breakdown proves our core thesis. If you go out and buy a boutique desk, a brand new luxury chair, motorized legs, and complex smart lighting ecosystems, you are bleeding thousands of dollars. But by utilizing a refurbished desk, a refurbished ergonomic chair, an active stool, acoustic felt, and industrial cable ties, you achieve a functionally superior workspace at a fraction of the cost. Strategic planning severely outperforms raw spending every single time.
Which brings us to our final thought. Take a hard look at your current workspace and ask yourself, is your expensive desk setup actually working for you, or are you just working to pay for it? True productivity isn't bought, it's engineered. Strip away the fluff, implement these systems, and watch your output soar. Thanks for joining this explainer. Use these strategies as your blueprint and get to work.